All right, I bet you've never heard a keynote speaker open up with a promise like this. By the end of this talk, you're going to have the solution to every problem. Trust me, I'm an expert. I've been leading design programs at the Stanford D.school for executives and for graduate students for the last 13 years. And I can make a promise like that because I know that fundamentally, every problem is an idea problem. What I mean by that is problems only yield the solutions, and every single solution starts as an idea. And today, I'm going to teach you a practice to generate novel ideas. Ideas that have the potential to turn into solutions that can transform your life, your work, and make the world a better place. The single greatest determinant of the quality of your ideas, paradoxically, is the quantity of your ideas. So to give an example, you can look at the work of Jerry Ueltzman. Dr. Ueltzman is a professor at the University of Florida of photography. He's also an assistant to the late, great Ansel Adams, the iconic American photographer. And Ueltzman divided his class in half. You can imagine half of this room here. He says to half of the room, your grade at the end of the semester is going to be determined by how incredible of a photo you turn in. If you want to get an A, and who doesn't want to get an A, here's the grading criteria for you all. One spectacular photo. Okay? I'm going to bring in an esteemed jury of my peers, and they are going to evaluate the quality of your work. The other half of the class, he says, okay, at the end of the semester, we're going to grade your work entirely differently. I'm going to have the jury look at it, but they're not even really going to look. Because to get an A, what you need to do is focus on turning in at least 100 photographs. And it doesn't matter how bad they are. If you turn in 100, you're going to get an A. If you turn in 90, you're only going to get a B, et cetera, et cetera. So he effectively divides the room into a quality cohort and a quantity cohort. And this happens year after year after year. The thing that's astounding to new jurors, and certainly to the students, is at the end of the semester, two amazing things happen. One is this group of people whose job it is to turn in a spectacular photo, how many A's do they typically assign? 0. Nobody in the quality orientation of the class gets an A. The other thing that's astounding to the jurors is many people turn in 100 photos. How hard could that be, right? But the amazing thing is there are lots of A quality, A caliber photos in this group as well. And Ueltzman's findings perfectly align with Dr. Dean Keith Simonson's. Instead of looking for a really great photo or a really good idea, you should actually focus on generating more. And I would submit to you that a photo is just a metaphor for spectacular work. If you want to get an A on whatever your work is, the secret is actually to focus first on volume rather than quality. To get one commercially viable outcome at the end of an innovation funnel, you need to start with 2,000 ideas. For the vast majority of you, this is probably 1, maybe 2 orders of magnitude more than what you defined as a lot of ideas. Most people go 20, 30, I'll probably have a good idea there. No. You need a ton more ideas than you realize. And before you start questioning the sources of the data, this is actually something that holds true across categories. James Dyson, do you know how many prototypes of the bagless vacuum he made before it worked? 5,126. The 5,127th version worked. In pharmaceutical discovery, the number's more like 10,000 to 1. The head of the Taco Bell food lab, she said she tested 2,000 different variations of the Doritos Locos taco shell. For those fast food lovers out there, right? The point is, across disciplines, volume matters.